Hello pretties, welcome to Viv's Thrill. So I hope you're liking this makeup look. I did just film my favorites of 2025 and I just kind of picked one per category. And it doesn't have to be it wasn't necessarily something that was like out in 2025, just like things that I loved in 2025. So I'm gonna link that down below. It was kind of like a go ready with me going through my favorites. And now we're doing my Plan to Pan 2025 finale and Plan to Pan 2026 intro. I talked about this through my Get Ready With Me, but I usually take the time off between Christmas and New Year's to honestly just relax and also do a bunch of filming, but I'm not doing that this year, so I'm having to do this a little bit earlier than I normally would have, but that's okay. So first things first, I do want to go through, because I just rewatched my intro and I thought I had done an update, or I really thought I had done an update, but I don't know when this update happened because I can't find it. So I guess I only had the intro. I usually do an update like halfway through the year, kind of like how am I doing? Am I having to like readjust or something? I actually did really well. Almost everything that I said I was going to do, I was going to do it. So I mean, I'll leave that link down below. I'll leave the link below, but I'll also like put it on the thing up here. Most everything got done. A few things didn't. This lip liner, it did not get finished. I don't think it even made much difference, to be honest, but this is the one. This is one of those where I just don't love this shade. I don't think it's the right undertone for me, and I can make it work because usually I pair this with like a really bright red, and the red usually just overtakes the lip liner anyway, so that works out. This REM concealer, at the intro, this is wild. I was like, I think I'm gonna hit pan by the end. I don't think I'm gonna finish it, but I think I'm gonna hit jar by the end of the year. I did not hit jar until halfway through this. I said this all year long. This one's kind of like witch juju on this, like Mary Poppins bag on it. I don't know what the fuck. But this thing has lasted me a long time. If I like the formula, I would actually consider purchasing this because I think value is there. I've never had a pot concealer before, so I didn't really know what the formula was like. Yeah, I was not expecting this. Like, this is honestly really great for your value. I just don't like the formula. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm not hate panning it. I guarantee you that because I use it all the time. But it's not my favorite. This should be done by the end of next year. But honestly, with the kind of voodoo bullshit magically happening over here, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna finish it by next year. I should. Like, the jar is honestly really big and it's quite thin on the sides. We shall see. So this will be included in my 2026 Plan to Pan, obviously. I had also mentioned this Becca highlighter. I was trying to get 100 uses. I mentioned it there. I did not hit those 100 uses. I think I got about 50 or something like that. I'm happy with that progress. I'm not going to try to Plan to Pan this in 2026 though. So there's that. Let's see. I said that I wanted to hit pan all my Super Shock shadows. As of this time, have not hit pan on Frog. I don't know that I'm gonna hit pan by my update because I think I need to film my update next weekend. I don't, for my Partners in Cream. I don't know that I'm gonna hit pan on it, but I do think I might be able to hit pan it by the end of this year particularly, and I kind of very heavily gave up on Dream Lover. I'm like, that I'm not gonna hit pan on that. That is not happening. It's a beautiful duochrome. It's just really intense, and I just don't find myself using that all the time. But Frog, I have found myself really reaching for it. Neither of these are going into 2026. Just want to put that out there. My goal was really just to hit pan, so that's perfectly fine. I had said that I was gonna finish one shade and then potentially go into the second shade. I did finish that first shade, and then I actually hit pan on the second shade, so I did accomplish it. I was hoping to finish this by the end of the year. I haven't. I do think I'm gonna finish this by next year, so expect that. This will be in my next, but I'm gonna talk about that more later. For foundations, I wasn't particularly trying to finish it, and I even said it then, but because I only have a few months every year to use it, but I was trying to just kind of get some progress while I could, and I think I did pretty good with progress wise. I think I'm going to do the same thing next year, where I bring it in January, for sure in February, maybe sometime in March. It's just, it gets hot really quickly here in Texas, and I sweat through this powder foundation. Powder foundations are really not for me in this weather. It just sweats, you know, but I think I might be able to finish it next year. I have hope. We'll see. Anyway, back to this. There was really cherry picking. I'm not gonna finish it. I know it's my project pan, spoiler alert, I'm not gonna finish it by the end of the year, but that's okay. It's not gonna happen. Now, I had mentioned this was the people when I had at the beginning, but actually ended up working on this shade for whatever reason. I am really close on finishing this shade right here, so I got them mixed up. I mentioned this one on my plan to pan, but I ended up reaching for this one for whatever reason. I do plan to pan this one in 2026, so just kind of like FYI. I have a feeling that I might just be able to finish this by the end of the year. I would not be cutting this open. I hate this formula, so that's definitely not happening. When I can't squish anything more out, we're calling it quits. I got my money's worth. I used a fucking ton out of this. I hate it, and I am kind of hate panning it. Well, it's actually not in an actual project pan, but I kind of really hate it. So I will, no. Okay, and then the last product I didn't, oh, actually, I guess technically two. I have this Rare Beauty concealer. At that time, I said I was thinking of repurchasing. I don't no longer think I'm going to repurchase it. That's just a shame, because I do think it's a lovely concealer. I really love the Natasha Denona. The only thing that I really want to try is the one from House Labs, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I want to try the one from Calif because I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I want to finish all my other concealers before I try that, because I really just like the Natasha Denona color corrector and concealer. And I'm waiting to try the color corrector from Calif and the concealer from Calif and the concealer from House Labs. But if anything else, like, those better be mind-blowing, because like every time when I hear about people talk about those, like they're mind-blowing. So I kind of want to see what the hype's about and just finish them. If I like them, I'll repurchase them. If I don't, then I'm happy. I found my ones. I don't need anything else. So I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this anymore, which is that sometimes I feel like that's why I love project panning, because I was like, oh, I really like that. I think I would repurchase it. And then you actually finish the product and was like, you know what? It was wonderful. I don't think I want it anymore. I think I understood. I found something better. And that's the charm. I think I might be able to finish it by the end of the year. I might not, because I am going to be gone for a whole week. I am not bringing this with me, and I think that's really going to dampen my progress. But if I do go into 2026 with it, it's going to be gone pretty early on, so I'm not too worried about it. And then, okay, now for sure the last product was this Los Angeles gloss. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch it, didn't even get started on it. I actually have finished one of these already, so this is my second one. This will go into 2026. All right, so let's go actually into 2026. I am going to leave you the shock of lip products till the end, because I'm actually doing too much. Like, I'm actually legitimately doing too much with that. So we're gonna start out with other things, okay? Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. Let's start with eyeshadow, or like eyes in general. So I do want to finish this Sigma eye primer. I keep getting these as free giveaway purchases from Sigma. It's fine. I like this formula better than the other one, but this one creases more than the other one. The other one was more like the Paralyzed version of this. I didn't like the Paralyzed because I just feel like it changed the formula, or the look, sometimes what I was going for, whereas this actually stays more true to what I want. But this one does crease, so I do find myself having to like set my eyeshadow. So that's fine. So I am going to try to finish this one. I don't think it'll be an issue, especially because I finished the other one that I had for this, like this earlier this year. And I mean, it's going to take a few months. It's going to be here all the way through like most of summer, potentially most of summer. But I'm not particularly worried about it. Like, it's fine. I just have to set it. I do have two eyeliners. Now this is going to be hard because I never reach for these. Mostly because, honestly, they're actually both repurchases. I just have found better eyeliner formulas. So I have these two from ColourPop. One is in a black. I really want to buy the one from Bershka Cosmetics because I really like that formula. I don't particularly love this formula. And this is in the shade Swerve. It's not really like a true black, if I'm being honest. And then I have this one in Honeydew. And it's just kind of like a... If I am going to reach for one, it's usually this one. I'm not really sure how or in which project pans I'm going to incorporate it, but I am going to try to finish both of these. This is going to be rough. I'm telling you right now, I'm not confident about these because I found myself hardly reaching for them. So I do need to, I just like better formulas now. That's really what it is. And then the last thing for eyeshadow is I am going to try to finish the end of this one, which is very little. I do think I need to repress it. This one has like a little sparkles in it, which is not my favorite, but I think I just need to like tap off the excess, and then I use it to set my eye primer, and I think we're gonna be good. But I do think I'm gonna finish that relatively early on in the year. Sorry if I shook you guys a little bit. And I do want to finish another one, and I think I'm gonna go with this more pinky shade, because I do prefer these two, and I just kind of want to get the one that I don't like more out of the way. They all look pretty clear on me, honestly, and they're going to do the same purpose of just setting my eyeshadow primer, so I'm not particularly worried about it. But this is going to be the next one that I'm going to try to tackle, and I think I should be able to finish this by the end of the year, especially if this is the eye primer that I'm using for the most part. If I'm wearing my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, I don't need to set that one, so that would be a different story. But this one, since I actually do need to set it, I think we're gonna be just fine. And that's what I'm gonna be focusing on most of the year, so I think it's gonna be doable. And that's pretty much it for eyeshadow. Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. Where did it go? I had my... Oh, there it is. I was like, where did it go? Okay, I am gonna try to finish one Super Shock Shadow. My goal was, I kind of started this halfway through the year because I wanted to finish Waddles. I finished Waddles pretty early on, and then I kind of slowly try to work on it, but I only wear a few times a year. And I'm okay with that. This is gonna be a slow progress, but I would like to finish this by the end of the year. And this is Rooftop Cocktails. I love this shade. It's a beautiful real dual-chrome. It's not too intense, and it just has like the most pretty shimmer, and it's like a... I guess I can show you. I don't know, I'm trying to describe it. It's like a green silver. It's quite interesting, but it's just a gorgeous, a little pink. See, it's not too pigmented, and it's just a pretty little shimmer. The sun started to set, and it's not even 5 o'clock yet. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, we gotta go, get this going, because I don't want to put artificial lights on. Anyway, so I would like to finish that by the end of the year, and that's it for eyeshadow. I'm not a big star myself. I did a really good job of like rotating through all of my palettes this year, which I was really excited for, and I want to continue doing that next year. So I'm perfectly fine with that. For foundations, this might be really unrealistic. Just putting that out there, really unrealistic from the get-go. But I also say my bronzer situation was really unrealistic last year, and I did for this year actually. At the beginning of last year, I said at the beginning of this year, I said it was gonna be unrealistic, and I did it. So just saying, every time I say it's unrealistic, somehow I pull it off. So I just want to put that out there. So I do have my Bare Minerals my foundation. This is the one where if I don't finish it, I don't finish it. I'm okay with that. But if I do finish it, I do think I have a shot at it. This is kind of where I marked it. This is all that's left. The reason why I think I might be able to finish is because I did this much damage in about 3 months last year, and I feel like it's gonna get thinner. I don't know. And I feel like if I'm like really close on finishing it in March, I'm gonna push myself to finish it in April, even if technically I really shouldn't be using it anymore. So just putting that out there. I do think I might be starting to get too tan at that time, so we'll see how that goes. But there is that one. I have this from Rare Beauty. I just kind of come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna finish it by the end of this year. However, I mentioned it in my last Project Product update. I do think the formula is going bad, but I do think there's very little product left in here. So I think this one's not gonna last too long into the year, and then we can finish it. Now, this might be a stretch, because I think this is too light for me. This is actually the perfect time for me to try to use it. If I'm gonna use it anytime, it is now. However, I won't. And that's why we're pushing it. So I'm gonna try to finish this towards the end of next year when I'm light again. That might not be realistic. That's kind of where I'm getting at. But it's this tinted moisturizer from Rare Beauty. I might try to maybe do it like in combination with like when I don't want to use this, I'll use this when I'm still kind of light and try to make it work that way. I don't know that this one's gonna end up in a project pan per se, but I am gonna try to finish it by the end of the year. Another one, honestly, I got the wrong color. This is way too dark for me. And I was going back and forth between this shade and another shade, and I'm honestly almost always very good at like shade matching, even online. I'm honestly really good shade matcher, and I overshot it because I don't know why I overshot it. But it's a tinted moisturizer, but it's thick. It's really thick. I actually don't mind the formula, but it is way too dark. I have to wait until my peak of summertime to like really wear this. But it's deluxe size product. It's half an ounce. It's versus a full size ounce. So I think I might be able to finish this in the summertime if I'm only have like 3 or 4 months. And it's also really thick. So I do think you wear quite a bit of product at once. So maybe we'll see. Those are all of my foundation situations. Now for my concealers, I did mention, obviously these ones are going to carry on. This one's going to be gone. Like, that's not a problem. This one is going to be here most of the year. Fingers crossed, we might finish it. Honestly, at this point, I don't know what to expect. It might not be. And then now this one's gonna be a stretch because I feel like the formulas are a bit similar. They're both very thick, and this was really, really heavy. Or I should say really pigmented and heavy. So I feel like I need very little. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this. If I didn't have this to worry about, I could commit to this for the whole year and finish it. It's also a little too light for me, whatever. So I think that's my real issue, is in combination. We'll see. I also really like the combination of these two, and I'm a little worried for the combination of these two. Also because this doesn't sit well with, on its own, doesn't sit well with powder. So I have to mix it with something else, but this doesn't sit very well on its own with powder either. So, like, I don't know. This is gonna be rough. My under eyes is gonna be a little crusty this year until I figure it out. But we'll figure it out. It's gonna be fine. Oh, what the heck? Oh, sorry, Zeus. I didn't realize you were on my feet. I do have one color corrector. I am gonna try to actually finish it this year. I've honestly been using the hell out of it all year, but the formula is so thin. I don't know how much I have left. I don't love this product. My biggest thing that it is lacking pigment. I do tend to like reapply 1 or 2 layers, and I depend on my concealer more than this to actually color correct, but that's okay. I just want to finish it. I don't care for it. It's not bad. I think if my color under eyes weren't as dark as they are, I probably would like this product, but because I do have really deep under eyes, I do need more, and that this just doesn't do. Okay, and I don't like the other shades because they're too orange. So I have the right shade, is there's just not enough pigment to like really cancel out. That's really what it is. Okay, for kind of blush, sorry, not blush, for like contour and bronzing, I have my Cosmetics contour in the shade Terra, which I've been using quite a bit more recently. I do want to finish it. I don't have a ton of product, so I do feel pretty confident about this one, and I do feel like it's going relatively well. But I do want to switch into my one from Rare Beauty. I don't know if I'm going to try to Project Pan this one or not. I have the Sage Solace, but for now, this is the only one I'm focusing on. Hopefully in the mid-year update, I'll tell you kind of where I'm at. And then I also have my Patrick So She Sculpted, which I'm really far along on the cream powder, on the cream product. So I do think the cream is going to be gone within the first few months of the year. Actually, probably not, because if I am using this... Okay, I am back. So... my camera died again because I hadn't fully charged it, and I was hoping it would be last enough, but it wasn't. So I'm charged somewhat again. Should be enough to finish this video. And it is the last video I'm filming today, thank God. But anyway, let's get going. So for my Plan to Pan, I think I was talking about bronzers. So I would like to finish this Patrick Ta. I will for sure finish the cream area because it's I mean, I'm pretty far along, so I should be able to finish it. But I also want to finish the powder, which I feel like if I have all year to finish it, I might be good. I might be able to do it. It is a very loose powder. My only thing is what I've realized recently, and I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this, but I guess the cream product got a little bit into the powder, like right here at the bottom, and I'm getting a bit of heart pan. So I'm gonna see if I can scrape up this little area right here, and I'm hoping that I'm just working through that heart pan and it'll loosen up a little bit. Sometimes that happens, and I had to just pick up the extra, but we'll work through it. And like I said, hopefully we'll finish both of this, which I don't think that'll be an issue. And then I do have the one from Cosmetics as well, which again I don't think that'll be an issue. And I do want to switch gears, kind of hopefully early on in the year, to that one from Rare Beauty, and then we kind of go from there and see what happens. I think I already talked about foundations and that. So all I have really left for complexion products is this right here. And I have one blush that for sure I do want to finish, and that is Persona Cosmetics in Bloom. This is honestly the wrong shade for me. It's a little too light. It's the wrong undertone. It's not even casket, but it's pretty light. And I'm kind of glad for that because I really want to use a shade that I don't particularly like, just to get it out of the way, have some sort of like cream base on the bottom, and really focus instead on my Pan That Face palette, because quite honestly, it looks more used than before, but it's... So I guess this is an unofficial update. It's not going great, and honestly it's because I haven't really been focusing on it. I do want to shift gears, and rather than panning all of them all at once, I do want to focus on just kind of like one at a time and just see how I kind of do. I'm not going to do Bridal Pink just because honestly it's one of my favorite shades, which I was not expecting, and I don't want to hit pan it just yet. I want to focus instead on these two shades right here and trying to work them both together, because I do have to, this one's too light, this one's a bit too dark, and kind of in the middle, and I think they kind of go with Bloom, and kind of work my way from left to right, or I guess you're just percent from right to left, I don't know, but I'm trying to go from here to here, like the other way around, because these three are actually my favorite shades, and these are my least favorite shades. These two I can work with, no problems, but these two I do need to mix them. So I kind of want to make my way across. Ow. I really just dig that into my lip. And then I would like to hit pan on this one. And then let's kind of go from there. I'm not really sure how I stand on this palette just yet. And then if I were to finish this one, which I think is a huge possibility because I have finished the bronzer in this formula and it is really creamy and you kind of do use a lot. So I want to switch gears to this one from Well The People, mostly because there's not a lot of product in here. My dogs are playing with their toys. There's not a lot of product in here. It's really, really light product. Like there's barely any pigment. Do you see that? There's not a lot of pigment in here. So I think it'd be an easy one to just kind of eat through, to be honest. And I don't, like if I blend it out, it like completely disappears. So I think it'd be nice, just like a little glowy base to put underneath. I don't think it's gonna do much, to be honest. So yeah. Now the reason why I don't have too many cream products in this is because I do want to finally, for whatever reason, last year, or 2024 I should say, towards the end of the year, I ended up with a bunch of samples. I don't know, I guess it had like sample day or something, and I ended up with like this huge bag. I have a ridiculous amount of samples, and I have decided to do an advent calendar project plan next year. So I really just want to go through this essentially and just like finish most, if not all of them. Currently as it stands, I have like one for each, like two for each month, or if not more than that, depending on what it is. So I do think like these are going to be like, some of them are going to be like one uses. Like, let me see if I can pull one out. Like this one from like Charlotte Tilbury. Like this entire thing, it's like one use. My thing is, I'm gonna mix this two to make cream bronzer. That's why I don't have a lot of cream bronzers. I'm gonna mix this two and get a cream bronzer, and then I'm gonna try to use this individually, see if they can actually be used under the under eye, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna mix with my this pot concealer and see if that works better with my powders, because I do find that this and the Rare Beauty, because the Rare Beauty works really well with powder on top of this, works out. So I'm hoping maybe I can do that and somehow get through that concealer. What the hell is that? Jesus. So anyway, some of them are gonna be easy like this, and then some are gonna be work, okay? Because some, okay, not that one. Okay, that, whatever it is, needs to just like drive by already. I don't know why is it still so loud, and why is it still right there? And then these ones are gonna take a little longer because the little pot's a little bigger. And then I'm gonna put them in one of like my e.l.f. pots thingies and just kind of try to finish it that way. So yeah, so this is what I'm hoping is gonna take most of my year to go through all of these, and that's why I really don't want to include any more cream powders. I also just cream bronzers. I also don't have that many cream bronzers. I mean, I have the one from Project Top, obviously, but I mean, this is technically like a contour I use it more like a bronzer situation, and aside from that, I just have that one from Mom Beauty, and that's it. Those are my only cream bronzers I have. So I'm hoping that I can really take advantage of this, and then after, I would like to go through, what's it called? I want to buy the one from Lunar Beauty because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. Just to try it. I also have, I did a terrible job this year, so I'm hoping to do a better job next year of going through some of these. I mean, I went through a few this year. I just want to go through a few more. So yeah, I just want to go through some of these. I don't know if I'll finish all of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 face ones, and then these 3 little eye patches. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So that's about it. And then last thing I have is lip products. So for lip products, I did talk a little bit about my ColourPop lip liner. I kind of want to finish it, but I'm not, because it's not my favorite shade. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in that mindset of finishing this one. I just really want to use it some more. Now these I actually want to finish. I might be able to finish this one in bold from Rare Beauty, because I believe this is the one that I'm currently project panning, and this is all I have left. So I might be able to finish it by the end of the year. I might not. In case I don't, I'm letting you guys know I will finish it pretty early on next year, so I'm kind of putting it in here. And then I'm for sure gonna finish this one from Admire, again from Rare Beauty, because there's not, I've realized I can go through these Rare Beauty ones in like 3 to 4 uses, so they go kind of quickly. This one's a bit more muted than the other one, so I feel pretty good about it. I would like to pan another color lip liner after that. I just haven't decided on what shade. So I don't know. I'm thinking Optimistic Oak from Cinch Beauty, but I have older ones in my collection, so like I really don't know. Maybe Americano from, because it's not my favorite, from Persona Cosmetics. It's a little too dark. Alexa, cancel. So maybe that one. Okay, now this might be a lot, but a lot of these are very small products, so I do want to note that. I do have my 3 lip liner, my 3 lip gloss that I didn't finish from Squat Barnes. They're my Graveyard Project Pan. I do want to finish them relatively early within the year. This one I actually might be able to finish before the end of this year, but I don't know. And then these 2 shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. But I do want to finish all 3 of them. Except for this one, these 2 are actually quite low. So this one might take a little bit more work. This one should take a little more work. But I do feel confident because they're pretty much really well started. I have my 3 mini lipsticks from Charlotte Tilbury. They came in a set. I actually really like all of them, and I would consider buying Walk of No Shame in the future, as well as Pillow Talk Medium, which Pillow Talk Medium I have been using with that with this gloss right here. And honestly, this is the reason why I decided to do it, because I'm going through it so quickly, and this is all I have left. Granted, it's a mini, it's not a lot in here. So I would want to finish this one, but then I want to finish these 2 as well. So I do have Walk of No Shame, which is a really pretty red, and this is why I think I would like to repurchase it. And then I also have Kissing Stoned Rose, which is honestly more of a warmed shade. It's a more nudie warm shade. I like it as well. It's fine. But these are really small, and I feel like if I were to focus on one of these a month, I could finish one each month and like no issue, because they're so little. For example, this has 0.05 ounces of product, so like there's not a ton in these little babies. So I think it'll be easy to do these. Another one that I think it'll be easy to go through. Why is this here? I'm not trying to pan that. Okay. This one is another red, which maybe not my smart decision, but I have heard that because it's from KVD Beauty, these do go back relatively easy because they're vegan products. And this one has, I'm trying to see how much product it has, but I can't tell. It's like 0.03 or something stupidly annoying like that. Okay, it's not on the packaging, but I mean, it looks like a lot. It isn't, and it's super thin. I go through lipstick really quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. So I do want to finish this one. It's also, out of all of the reds that I have, which I own a lot, this is not my favorite. So I do want to finish this one as well. I talked earlier about this. I put in the wrong shade. I hate this formula. So this is one that I know is going to take me all year, because this one took a lot out of me. If this one's not done, it's gonna be pretty almost done by the end of the year. So I mean, these are the ones that I'm not actually wearing out. I'm wearing these with like, if I'm going to a grocery store, I don't usually wear makeup to the grocery store. I'm gonna put this on. I'm going on my walk in the morning. I wear a little lip balm. This is what I'm putting on. I hate these. I just want to finish them. They're not great. I don't recommend them. They're from other people. Okay, ones that I do love that are in a similar packaging, but honestly I've had this for a long time. They've actually repackaged these, and this is pomegranate and June, and I wear these a lot. So I don't think there's a ton of product in here. I know pomegranate has a lot less than June here. June is a bit more like a warm nude, although it's not gonna look like it here, but it's a warm nude. And pomegranate, it's a bit of, now these will be repurchased, I can guarantee that, because I like it. And then there's another shade that they dropped that I really want to buy, but they have new packaging now. They don't even have these anymore, and I just want to finish this. Now before I repurchase those, because I love these so much, I ended up buying a bunch from other formulas that I actually don't love as much. For example, I have almost the identical shades from Summer Fridays. I like the Persona better than Summer Fridays, so I have to finish these, but these ones are older, so I'm trying to focus on these. And then I bought similar ones. This is very similar to pomegranate, which is why I ended up buying it from Glossier. I bought this earlier this year. And then this one was a free gift for purchase. And this one is more, if I'm not mistaken, this one's like that rosy kind of shade. But I do need to finish all of these and then only repurchase the one from Persona. But I need to start working on these first and then make my way to the other ones later. So that being said, I need to finish both of these. Shouldn't be a hard, I usually travel with these all the time. Like if I'm not wearing makeup and like I'm actually out and about, I do like to go with these instead. So I actually really love this and I'm looking forward to finishing them. I talked about this one from L'Oreal de Los Angeles, and I want to finish that one from L'Oreal de Los Angeles. It's just a clear gloss. Honestly, it's a nice formula. It tops well on everything, so I'm thinking these with these and the lip liners would work really well together. Okay. Then I have this one. This is one of my favorite products. It's actually what I'm wearing right now, Serenity. I want to finish this because I actually already bought the replacement. I'm really, really low on this, so I kind of just want to power through and then use the one that I just repurchased, because I know I'm running low and I love this. It's actually what I'm wearing right now. I think I already said that. Okay, and then I have two tinted balms. And if I'm focusing on these, I can finish this in a month. I'm not focusing on this. It's currently my project plan. I can tell you right now it's not going to happen. And this is Cherry Picking, which is like a warm nude. And then I have a Go-Go, which I've actually repurchased this one. And I really do like it. It just has like a really nice like finish, like a reddish finish. And I think this with like a nude lip liner will look really great. Or even with like a red lip liner will look really great. But it will pull more nude or more red depending on what lip liner I have on. So I really would like to finish both of them and just kind of focus on that per month. And then I have this one from NYX, which I finished through a bunch of this before. And not this particular brand, but like this similar products. Like look at my project plans earlier this year and you will see that. But there's not a ton of here. I'm trying to find the little thing where it tells you how much it is. There it is. 0.07. So this one's 0.07. This one's from ColourPop, have 0.07. So that's 1, 2, 3. These ones have 0.05, 4, 5, 6. This one's 0.1, but again, there's not a lot of product in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. 13. Technically, we're not counting these ones. 13. And I am counting on some of these quickly. My whole thought process was it's one lip product per month, and I think that's going to be a much better strategy for me. I'm also counting on me being able to finish them earlier to be able to give myself a little more time to finish this one, because this one's going to take more than a month to finish. But aside from that one, I think I'll be able to technically only a little more than a month, but this one's I have no problem reaching for, so I'm not too worried about it. I feel like if I have like a whole month to focus on these, I would just like eat them up because I love these. And I also love Serenity. It's like not a hard chore here. I should be able to finish all of them like one each month. Now, here's where I might be doing too much. I also have these three from L'Oreal Los Angeles. Now, the reason why I want to finish these glosses is because I actually own all three of them. Like I have duplicates of these because like the brand was going out of business. I had them for a really good business deal, and so I got them. There's not a ton of product in here to let's see, it has 0.15. So, okay, there's a decent amount of product in here. 0.15. This is, my thing is this, if I'm wearing those bullet lipsticks, if I'm wearing some of these, I might need something to like top it with a gloss, and I do have this one, and I do plan on prioritizing this one over these. But once I'm done with this, I want to start like picking one off at a time and like start trying to going through them. I don't know if these are gonna be realistic because I do want to focus on this one, but we shall see. It's a lot of lip products, but except for the last few months, like if you saw like the first 6 months of me Project Penny, you saw I can go through a lip product. The last 6 months was not a good iteration of me going through that, but like, you know what I mean? So I think this might be doable. These might be a stretch, but I think the other ones are gonna be doable. But yeah, that's it for today's video. What are you planning to Project Pan next year in 2026? I can't wait to hear about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.